Here's how I kill ghosts early game as an Iron Man on Hypixel Skyblock. Welcome back everybody to the channel. Today we are going to be going over how we kill ghosts early game within Hypixel Skyblock. Now I don't want to take up too much of your time in terms of how we do it, but I do want to talk a little bit about why it is done or why these things work and the reasons behind it. So early game on this account, I set off making massive armor pretty early because I knew that I wanted to grind up the drills and I knew that I'd have to get massive armor to be able to kill the ghosts. Now, yes, the armor to kill ghosts is the massive armor, and the way you make it is by the growth armor set, which is made via dark oak. Now, as a regular account, you could probably buy this relatively quickly, but again, as an Iron Man, I had to set off putting a tree down over here, getting all the resources relatively early, kind of offline in a way, so that I could grind and have that being done in the background. I ended up getting that armor up relatively quickly and then upgrading to the massive set again relatively quickly as well. Getting these golden teeth and the extra gold wasn't too bad. The hardest part about getting all these things was actually getting the sword. The sword that you need for this is the Pooch sword, which again you get by doing a little bit of wolf slayers there. Now obviously, as I said, for the massive armor you're going to need the golden teeth, which is done via wolf slayers. A lot of wolf slayers are being done here. Now, obviously, with the right mayor, this could be done relatively quickly. But I ended up doing this on stream for around 6 hours in total, I think, to be able to get the sword. Now, I needed around 6,400 of the wolf teeth to be able to make everything I needed for this Pooch sword. So the sword itself has a sword before it, in which you need teeth as well. So yes, that does include the stuff for making that sword as well. So I just kind of sat here in this area. I could have gone to the other area to grind wolf, but I found this area to be a bit more consistent in terms of spawning the wolves in general. I wasn't doing much damage. I was literally doing like 20k damage max to these guys. Now I'm doing 60k because I'm using the Mastiff and the Pooch sword. So wolf slayers just got a lot easier for me for sure. Now after I've done that, around about 33,000 times. It was not fun, I promise you that for sure. But after I've done that on stream around about 33,000 times, I managed to get enough stuff to be able to make the swords. As I said, I had the armor set for a little bit of time here because I'd already done that previously, because I knew this is a road I needed to go down. You have the base set stuff. You obviously need to add some things to it. Now, the armor itself, I added the fierce enchant because of the strength it gives and the crit damage and chance. So it's a sort of pattern with all the crit stuff. It just really did help. Obviously, with this guy as well, I do not know how to say that word, so don't even attempt me to pronounce it. You've been in my streams or you've seen me talk. It's a mission. I got the silky power selected because of the extra crit damage that it gave as well. So obviously with that, it's going to be a common theme here, but with all this, it really does like put your attack damage up like crazy. So coming over here to the blacksmith and giving yourself the reforges you need, fierce for the armor and spicy for the Pooch sword, obviously giving you that extra crit chance and damage. You get a bonus attack speed and things like that as well, is really good and really needed. And as you've seen, all the enchants I have are pretty insane. I have worked up all of these enchants. Now everything like giant killer, critical and looting, I have either looting 4 or the others being 6. Now you do not need critical, giant killer and looting to be the epic books that you get, but the higher you have them, the better you do. Obviously, your enchants are going to make a world of difference here. They do end up giving you a bit more damage and a bit more attack speed and that sort of stuff. You can only get critical 4 or critical 3 or whatever it is through the enchantment table, then that is fine. Just do that. This just gives me a bit extra doing this, and I need to kill loads of these because of the ghost loot drops. Now, one other thing that is going to benefit you in doing this is the Mithril Golem pet. Getting this bad boy at legendary will give you stats boosted by 20% on mining islands. Now that is the main thing you're looking at here, and that will essentially boost all your stats. So that's going to put you up quite a lot as well. This also gives you crit damage and true defense. Now, why am I grinding ghosts, you may ask, or you may not? I'm going to tell you anyway. So I am working towards the Divan's drill. Now I am 2 drills in my titanium drill series. If you want to check that out, then the second video is out as we speak. The next video, I need the X555. Now for that, I need something called plasma, which is a drop you can only get from ghosts. I am an Iron Man, so I do have to grind these things genuinely like how you get them. I cannot use the bazaar, I cannot use anything like that, so it's an added challenge, and this is how I figured out how to do so many things early game. Twitch chat have been an absolute godsend when it comes to asking for certain things. If I don't know, they either find out or they know, so they help me out as well. But that's how I know how to do this and how I've got all this stuff done. You will see I have 2 rare ruby gemstones on all of these, just adding to the health. Anything you can add that helps you out in terms of adding health or adding any enchants is going to help you out as here. Now you can put things like growth and protection on these as well. I haven't, just because I completely forgot until this moment, but you do not need it at all. So with the swords upgraded to what it's got, with the Mastiff armor on, you can see I have around 50k HP, and these guys do take a lot. If I have one of these guys hit me, he does around 2,000 damage each hit, but I can kind of tank it. I can kind of sit here. If 2 of them start hitting me, that's where I start getting in trouble. So I like to sort of go in this area here, which is dropped straight under the bridge going over to the Great Ice Wall. And I like going in that corner I was just in over here. You can kind of be secluded. You can kind of just sit here and hit one of them. And as you can see, I do 81 damage per regular hit, 81k. It takes around 13, maybe 14 hits. But the first hit, as you can see, it does 107k damage. So I do 1/10 of the health in the first hit because of the first strike enchantment. And then I've only got to hit it anywhere from 9-10 times after that. You just start to hit it. You can hear my mouse clicking probably. You can hit here and just spam it and kill them. And if it's one-on-one, you kind of just regen health enough that it's not really a problem. And you can sit there and kill them that way. Now, yes, there are plenty of other ways to kill them. You can get yourself up to a point where you're one-tapping them for sure. But this is the quickest way in game to get to the point where you're able to actually kill these guys. I'm down here, I'm killing them, I don't need to worry too much, I can tank their kills, it's completely fine. Now, as I said earlier about these guys drops, they drop actually 4 things. So they drop plasma, which is the thing I'm looking for. They drop something called Volta. They drop Sorrow, which is used for the Sorrow armor set, and they drop Ghostly Boots. Now, the Ghostly Boots are like an RNGesus drop, so don't expect to get any of them soon. But if we can check my bestiary, you can see how many I have killed, which are here. I've killed 556 so far, and I have a Dwarven Sack. I've collected 6 Volta. I've collected 1 Sorrow. I've collected 2 Plasma. Now, the Plasma's, I think, 1 in 1,000 drop. So I'm going to need to kill roughly about 20,000 of these guys to get the Plasma I need just for the next drill. So I'm going to be here a little bit of time for sure. As I said, anything you guys have that is combat related or critical related will help with this. You do not need anything specifically other than the swords and the armor itself. Now, at base, the sword and the armor will not help you that much. You will need to reforge them and add a few enchantments, i.e. things like critical, first strike, sharpness. Those are going to be the things that start getting you over the threshold of killing them. But yeah, that is the quickest way in game to be able to get to a point where you are killing ghosts. And I hope that has helped you in terms of how to do it. Now, just because it is the quickest way doesn't mean it is done in a day or anything like that. The Mastiff armor itself can take a while because of how much wood you may need or the slayers that you may need to do it. But unfortunately, that is just the easiest way realistically. There is a way with a fishing rod where you can pull them up and use full damage to kill them. I did try it, but it seemed very inconsistent and you had to let stars alone. And again, as an Iron Man not having much health regularly, it weren't until I got the Mastiff set and the Pooch Sword that I actually started being able to kill them consistently and without real issues. And that is it for today's video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. A massive thank you for the love and support recently. If you haven't checked out any other video series or any other Hypixel content that I have, maybe check out these videos here.